think technically. That really solves that problem. Oh, baby. With rub-out tests, I know. Well, that's why I only wanted to share it with you guys. Streaming live to Andrew. Here, let me. I'll just pause my music so I can actually talk to you. I got it set up so I can read your comments and work at the same time. So maybe that's a thing. So basically, this is my new sculpt that I did here. This is my new zombie. I wanted something with tons of texture in it so I could stick a bunch of try out this washout, this rub out technique. And yeah, so I sculpted, I pulled it out of the mold earlier today. I wanted something pretty quick and easy that I could run a couple painting tests on. So here's how it looks like not painted. This was not trimmed out or anything. So I just wanted to do like a really basic, like something fun and bright. So I've got this based out with that cool mixture that I had talked about, which was 1/3 water, 1/3 latex paint, and 1/3 pigment. So I have this and I let it dry for about half an hour so it's nice and cured. And then so now I'm just going to do a really basic rub out based on what I learned. So it's just a mixture of 50-50 of this ink. Need this door open. 50-50 of the FW ink and some alcohol. And then I'm going to spray that on and wipe it away. I got my airbrush all queued up here. So yeah, I'm just going to see what happens. It's the same technique I used on my other mask there. Just fixed 50%, 75% alcohol and ink. Gonna mix that up. And then in theory, I should be able to blast this on here pretty quick. And I just got an alcohol soaked sponge here. I'm just gonna rinse it off and we'll see what happens. You can see it looks pretty scary. I'm just blasting it on there. And in theory, I take this guy here, this alcohol, this sponge, and I should be able to get quite a bit of that off. And achieve a pretty cool need to work on some lighting here. So that's that. Phase 2, lighting. We'll figure that out. So you get a pretty dramatic, here. Maybe that works a little bit better. rubbing this out. Rub out. Oh, baby. Yeah, you can really see the, look at that. So there's kind of like sounds rub out. And with the rub out, it's gotten into all those cracks and stuff. Yeah, lighting will definitely be a thing to tackle. But liking what's happening here. This particular sculpt, I put a ton of, a lot of nooks and crannies and a lot of creases and wrinkles, hoping that it would yield some pretty cool results. And again, just going in pretty heavy-handed with my alcohol-soaked sponge here. Really trying to dab, not so much wipe, because I want to not disturb what's down in those cracks. And the cool thing is I can, as this dries, I can go back over with the fresh sponge and really pull off the black on the highlights and really just leave it deep down in those crevices. Yeah, I'm digging that. Might go a little heavier on the other side there. The cheap one I'm just using because I happen to I use my cheap one because I can crank the pressure on it and it fires through thicker paint. So I had used it to do the base coat on this, and so I already had it loaded, so there was no sense. And this is really, I can, with this particular gun, I can spray heavy and fast. I'm not really going for accuracy. I'm kind of going for overall coverage. So that's why I like this cheap one. I don't have to worry about it. If I drop it or something happens to it, it's not the end of the world. I keep my expensive nice one for doing the detailed work. Going to go back over this first area I did. Actually, want to lay a little more in there so I can go back over it. Use up the last little bit of this wash. I really want to get it in around the eyes here and the nose. So I'm just squeezing I have a sponge, and this is just 75% alcohol here. And then just able to Have a nice soaked rag, soaked sponge, and as I wipe or dab, the extra alcohol really drives that ink into those little crevices. And then yeah, with this you can go as light or heavy as you want. To really get the desired effect that you're going for. This guy will probably maybe leave under the neck a little bit darker and up inside the mouth a little bit darker. Up in here, I probably won't take as much out. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Going to try to get a little bit off the highlights, the real highlights. So it'll make the brighter your highlights are, the more it pushes back your shadows. Yeah, this gave an awesome, pretty dramatic effect. And so what I'll do now is I'll pretty happy with this. Probably let this dry. Or I am going to let it dry. And then I'm probably going to come in just with a real light accent color. I wanted to keep this one super simple. Again, just practicing this technique. You can see kind of my sculpting reference up here. It's kind of like a fun zombie. I've got some teeth I'm going to put in there. I wanted this one to be pretty graphical and on display. So I'm going to do real dark black in the mouth. I got some awesome just white acrylic teeth that I can go in there, bright pink gums, and then just a real light haze, a purple or something to kind of, that accents this teal color. And then that's it. I'm going to keep it super simple. Like I said, I ran three. I have a third one in the mold. I just wanted to punch out a bunch of these just to have something cheap and small that I can kind of experiment a little bit on. But yeah, that's it. That's the rub out. I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. And then pop some eyes in it and do some other stuff. And yeah, I'm going to probably stream back on later after that dry. So I got a little bit of time here. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, I need a secondary light, eh? Not sure what that. Okay, awesome.